starshine lights my way to bed. Magic rainbows glisten in my head. Just like a child, I live in Wonderland. All my dreams are coming true. Heavy shackles used to hold me down.
Hi! I'm back. It's Mal from Handmade by Ditsy Tulip. The reason I've said that is I've had loads and loads of new subscribers over the last few days. Thanks to Lisa Kitch for sharing my channel. So thank you, Lisa. That's been absolutely lovely. So yes, I am just dropping in to tell you today about a lovely dress that I've made. It's the by hand London Zeena Dress. This is one that you don't see so much of actually on social media. It's not one of their most popular patterns, but I absolutely love it. So I wanted to make this video in case it's one that you've not heard of all that much. And the version that I made was actually made from a duvet cover, which makes it even better in my opinion. So I'll tell you a little bit about the pattern first of all. It's quite a simple dress, and it's a bodice and skirt, but this dress is absolutely full of box pleats, which give it a great shape and a great silhouette. I'm just going to try and stand on this stool to see if you can see it in the full length, but I will also just pop some photos in as well. You can kind of see it, yeah, you can kind of see it there, but I'll put some photos in so you can see in a bit more detail. So the pattern comes in a couple of different versions. You've got the long sleeve, well kind of 3/4 sleeve version, which is the one that I've made, and you've also got a short sleeve, and then you've got different skirt lengths. So you've got the mini version, which is the one that I have made, although it's not all that mini because I am quite short at 5'3", so it isn't overly mini on me. And then there's the midi length as well, which kind of goes down to just maybe on the knee, slightly below the knee, looking at the diagrams. What I absolutely love about this dress, as I say, is the shape. I'm just going to try and stand on a stool without falling off so you can see the pleats. So you can see there the bodice has got box pleats, which is really unusual. I thought I've never done a pattern before where it's got box pleats in the bodice. It's normally dart, so where your dart would normally go is a little pleat, which just gives it a nice relaxed fit. And then the skirt is full of box pleats all the way through, and in the back as well. Let's see if I can turn around without falling off this stool. Ooh. Yeah, there you go. So the back has got box pleats running through it as well. There you go. So as I say, the fabric that I used is an Orla Kiely duvet set. If you follow me on Instagram, you may have seen, it's quite a few months ago now, I purchased this beautiful duvet set from TK Maxx, and whereas it's normally about £120 odd for a king size duvet set, it was £46 if I remember rightly, and you get loads and loads of fabric for your money on that, because it's obviously double-sided and it's the same fabric on the front and on the back, and it's super wide as well because it's king size wide. And so I ended up with loads and loads of Orla Kiely fabric for about 46 quid. This dress, I did use one full side of the duvet cover, so I've still got enough left to make something else out of the other full side, and I've got the pillowcases left as well. The fabric, as you'd imagine, it's a duvet set, so it's not as drapey as dressmaking fabrics, but for me that worked really well on this dress. I think because of the shape and the silhouette and the box pleats, something with a little bit more body did work really well on this dress. And I've not worn or washed this too many times yet because it was quite a recent make, but you may have seen on my other videos I did make this dress last year, and this was also made from Orla Kiely duvet set, and it's washed really well. You can see there's no colour fading. It's not gone bobbly at all or out of shape. If anything, it's just softened slightly when it's been washed, so it has got a little bit more drapey as I've washed it. But yeah, if this washes the same as this, which I'm sure it will because it's the same brand, it'll be perfect. What I also love about this dress, I should have showed you this when I was on the stool, so let's get back on, is the pockets. So it's got really deep pockets, as you can see there, just in the perfect spot for me. Hands just go in there really nicely, and I can't cope with a dress without pockets. I only ever made one once without pockets and I've never done it again. This fabric was a little bit tricky because obviously I had to pattern match it. You can see I did pattern match the bodice at the back, but when I put the zip in it went a little bit off. But I aren't going to stress out over that. The skirt, I didn't bother pattern matching because then it would have used more of the fabric, and also because of the box pleat at the back, you don't really see the centre seam all that much. You see more where the box pleats meet. So for me, it's fine. I'm absolutely happy with that. What else can I tell you about it? It came together really quickly and easily, actually. I'd say perhaps 5 to 6 hours all in all, from cutting out the fabric to sewing it. There wasn't anything over complicated once you get the knack of doing the box pleats. It came together really easily. What's really important is you transfer all the notches from the pattern, because that will show you which pleat to join to which pleat to get your box pleats. So it's really important to use the notches. And there was nothing really that I struggled with. It's not lined, it has a neck facing, if you can see there. I've had a new camera and it must have a setting on where it focuses on my face rather than the dress, which wasn't the intention that I had, so I think I'll have to play around with the settings on that. So yes, it's just a neck facing that goes all the way around, so you don't have to line it. So just be mindful, I guess, when you're choosing your fabric. Well, I guess you could line it if you wanted to. The instructions, whoops, were really clear. They are, let's get to the page. Will the camera focus on this? Let's give it a go. They are kind of line drawings with instructions. It's step by step. I had no problems understanding any of the instructions in the pattern, so that's great. I have also since made a second version of this dress. I'm taking part in the Day to Night dress challenge, Coffee and Cocktails, which has been hosted by Elizabeth made this, so do check out Elizabeth's channel for the details of that, because it is now open for people to join in with. So for my coffee dress, I did make another version of this out of some beautiful Merchant and Mills linen. The cami that's hanging up behind me, I made with the leftovers from the linen, so you can see it's much more drapey than what this is, and I was quite surprised really. The dress looks like a totally different dress in the different fabric, just because it hangs totally differently, because it's got much more drape, but that version has worked out really well as well. But it does look totally different. So I think that's a good thing as well with this dress pattern, is depending on what fabric you use, you're going to get a different effect. So on my other one, I did go for the midi version, so it's kind of below the knee on me, with me being a bit short, and I did add a belt tie as well, because the linen was so heavy. I found that the weight of the skirt kind of dragged the bodice down a little bit, so I just added a belt to keep the waist where I wanted it to be. But I will share more about that dress with you when I tell you all about my challenge, Coffee and Cocktails. How exciting. So that's it. I don't think there's much else to really tell you about this pattern other than go and check it out. It's great. It's a wonderful dress. So thank you for stopping by, and hello again to all you lovely new subscribers. If you've got any questions at all about this dress, then just leave them in the comments below and I'll be sure to get back to you. Have a wonderful weekend and I will see you soon. Bye!
Just like a child, I live in Wonderland. All my dreams are coming true. Heavy shackles used to hold me down.